After the Masiphumelele attacks, locals were quick to take over and rebuild the shops that until a few months ago belonged to Somalis. It seems as if they had intended to teach the Somalis a lesson and establish who is boss. A forum for local business people, the Siaka Business Trust, is shaping the new order in the township. Although they claim not to have been behind the attacks, they were aware of the tensions.
The Somalians, they just come to overpopulate the place also as well, so that they didn't actually give the chance the other people actually to run the business.
For as long as anyone can remember, there was an unspoken gentleman's agreement among local shopkeepers. They all charged more or less the same prices for goods. Then the Somalis came and upset the balance. Rather than seeing the competition as healthy, locals want to re-establish the old ways, by force if necessary.
I must abide by law, I can say so, by restrictions also as well, you know what I mean? Because we can't say that actually they must actually running the business and demoralizing the status of the existing business in Masiphumelele. We can't accept that. That is not good enough. That is not fair.
The government of the Western Cape is facilitating negotiations between the Siaka Business Trust and the Somalis. But reaching a consensus over prices is going to be difficult. The Siaka Business Trust is busy investigating the few Somali businesses that reopened. They're not happy about the low profit margins. They want the Somalis to raise their prices.
We've been called here in South Africa that we are the criminals. We are not the criminals. We've been actually mobilizing the meetings in terms of reaching the resolutions between actually the problem which affect the business people of Masiphumelele and also the Somalians. Probably actually in that meetings, we've been actually highlighting the issue concerning with influx, the issue concerning with low prices.
The community is divided on the issue. For ordinary people, the Somalis provide goods that are affordable and they want them to stay.
Like me, I don't have a work and I found something cheap there in Somalia. But we black people of here in South Africa, we are too expensive in our shops.
This is one of the few Somali families that returned after the attack. They came back because they felt they had no other options.
I go outside, but I don't have a work. What must I do? I have to come back to start. How can I get my life back? You see, if I go, who's giving me what I eat or what I that is the question. See?
He is trying to be positive about the future, but the worry in his wife's eyes tells a different story. They're afraid that speaking their mind might incur the wrath of the locals yet again. So they choose rather to work with the Siaka Business Trust to find a solution.
On that time, my feel was sore, but now after that, they said that in the people on Masiphumelele, there was a sorry, and then come back like a happy hand or something like that. But we come back already, and we are doing back our business, and we are discussing them how we can work together with them.
It appears that the Somalis are going into these negotiations with their hands tied, despite assurances from the government.
It is facilitated by the government of the Western Cape, who has a good sense of what is right and wrong, who has a good sense of the history of the rest of the continent's hospitality towards South Africans when we faced the dark days of apartheid. And so I think we've gone into that meeting insistent that a crime is a crime, that negotiations is not there to get a murderer off the hook or a property destroyer freed.
Whether these lofty ideals will be shared by people on the ground is yet to be established. But the situation is being closely monitored by an anxious Somali community. Through internet and satellite television, they're keeping an eye on what's happening to their compatriots in other South African townships, as well as on the events unfolding in Somalia. But whatever the outcome, it's unlikely that they will be going home soon. South Africans are xenophobic. SMS agree or disagree to 34383. You can also SMS the word truth plus your comments.
Now on Saturday, our afternoon movie is The King and I.